Morning, girls. How are we doing? We are back with Amberlynn Reid, and it looks like it might finally be over. My CT scan results. Ozempic / semaglutide update and appreciating life, which she just doesn't do because it's her. And she sits in a house all day until like her Uber driver can show up and take her to like bingo because she has to like play nice with the Uber driver so they keep driving her. It's not even like a good Uber and like passenger relationship where you just give them money and they fuck off afterwards. No, you actually have to like pretend to be their friend as well. Ozempic semaglutide is just I don't know. Does she want to make her like does he want to make the title longer or something like that? Because she did this whole like big song and dance at the start where she wasn't going on Ozempic, she was going on semaglutide, and then eventually was like, actually no, it is just Ozempic because semaglutide is like apparently the formula and Ozempic is just like the brand name or something like that. And I just assumed she wanted to do the semaglutide thing to try and get around because everyone said for ages, why won't you go back on Ozempic? And obviously she just didn't want to because I'm assuming she's scared it'll stop her from eating so much. My CT scan results, okay, I think we all know she's fine. Let's go.
Hello, you guys.
Hi. Oh, she seems happier.
So we're starting off with my CT scan results.
Oh, so exciting.
And I kind of want to go through.
Are you going through them at the start because you know one will sit through the whole video to get to them? Is that why? Is that why we're just going straight on this because you know no one fucking cares?
How I found out. I woke up today.
Also, you're looking particularly white today. Maybe it's the hair. Maybe it's because she's got the hair kind of like flowing out a wee bit. But when she's like trying to convince me that she's lost like, I don't know how much weight she's lost. Like right now she's claiming like 20 pounds or whatever. When you look like whiter and I can see even less at the couch behind you, I don't know if I buy it.
With no call from my doctor, and I do have like this portal thing going through the imaging center that I went to get the CT scan. They said that the results might be on there even before my doctor calls me. So
wow, crazy. And you're definitely just like trying to remember, guys. She got her CT scan and she was told it would be available within a couple hours. And then she did like several videos after that when she's like, I'm so waiting and I'm so scared because he didn't give me the answer immediately. That shit. Even though she like said she would get it within a couple hours. So she literally could have just waited.
I was like, okay. Like I woke up and I immediately was like, let me check that. Well, I saw the results.
Oh, Dr. Lynn out there reading her diagnostics results herself.
And I got to see the results of like each one of my organs. Showed that I have a hernia, which I've known that.
Sure, bro.
I actually got it from getting a full hysterectomy, a 21-inch incision.
No, it's because you're really fat. That's why. It's because you're really fat. That's why you have the hernia. It's not because of the vasectomy or anything like that, or the I can't remember what you literally just said. Hysterectomy. Thank you. I said vasectomy. I always say vasectomy. I don't know why. It's not that reason. It's because you're super morbidly obese. That's why you have the hernia. That's why you have the hernia.
So yeah, they said that might happen to me, and it did. So I knew I had that, but that was in the results. And
no, you didn't actually know that you had that. I love that she now blames the hysterectomy for that when the hysterectomy was like what? 4 years ago now at this point, like 5-ish, maybe-ish years ago. It was like 4 years ago that she had the hysterectomy. And she only pretended she found out she had the hernia last year. Because she did it during her whole weight loss surgery arc.
Something else I knew that I had is I have a
diabetes.
Benign tumor on my adrenal gland.
Sure.
Which is actually pretty common. I've known about this for years, so I knew that. But
I knew about this. Okay. Like, why do we need to know about this? I love her like results must be so fucking boring. For this fake thing that, in my opinion, definitely didn't fucking even happen. We are seriously going through step by step of like, yeah, so I have a random thing. I'm not going to prove it, but I also have this other random thing. I'm not going to prove that I have this either. I also have this other random thing. I don't care.
Thing that I was looking for was...
Imagine if you're trying to pretend like... and what I was actually looking for in my results, I love she's like genuinely pretending she's like a fucking doctor. Bro, imagine if you were actually like a fan of hers and you're sitting here watching this and it's like, oh, I hope Amberlynn's okay. And then you're sitting there waiting for her to tell you that she is literally dying of cancer and she is going step by step through this random shit no one cares about.
What does it say about my bladder? Because I was very scared that my cancer did come back and I was scared that it came in the form of bladder cancer. That is what I have.
Bladder cancer?
Just like dying about on the inside, for the lack of a better term. Just constant anxiety. And
I love she's actually trying to go so hard. She's like, I was dying, guys, because I was so scared. You were absolutely fine. Really didn't seem to stop you from going to Denny's.
Intrusive thoughts and just like tons of fear. But there's nothing on my bladder. There's nothing in my bladder. The results said magic. I have a remarkable, as they call it, remarkable bladder. That's just like the...
Yeah, I'm sure they said remarkable. It's remarkable, guys. Her bladder is so great, guys. It should go down in the annals of history. Everything about Amber's so good. She goes through it and says it was a remarkable hernia as well, a remarkable adrenal gland. It was everything about her is remarkable. She's just so incredible, guys. Even her bladder's great. You know that bladder that is pissing blood. Yeah, you know that bladder, the bladder that is literally expelling blood. That bladder is literally remarkable, guys. It's so good.
Technical term they use. So I literally was worrying for nothing. So then I kept going through and I was like, okay, well...
Well, apparently not, because you literally claimed you were, like, visibly pissing blood over and over again, and we're having, like, shooting agony pains every once in a while. So, like, you weren't worrying for nothing. There was apparently something wrong. Like I said, I don't believe any of this ever happened. But, like, you wouldn't have been worrying for nothing.
It has to be something. Well, so it turns out that I have a 6mm kidney stone in my kidney. It's non-obstructable. Sure. Then I immediately Googled it, and it says that you can have blood in your urine from having this. And I was like...
And then I Googled it. No, like 2 episodes ago, you said this. During your big fake breakdown thing, you said, I either have a bladder infection, but it's definitely totes for real, not that, guys, because, I don't know, she just guessed it wasn't a guess. Kidney stones or cancer. Those are the 3 things she said. And then she just decided, well, it can't be a bladder infection, because, shrug, it just can't be. It must be cancer, or... I guess a kidney stone, and then after she found out she had a kidney stone, she then looked up and realized that kidney stones can cause blood and pee, even though she literally said that several days ago.
Oh my god. And just instantly I just felt so...
It's just like, this is what I say about the being bad at lying thing. It's like, bro, we're seriously just going through this storyline, and you can't keep anything consistent. And it's like, I just don't know, like, why bother? It's weird. Like, I don't get what she's getting from it, because she's not good enough where she's saying, like, get away with lying. Lying actually gets her attention. She hasn't had a video break 50K in like a month or 2 now. Like, she is just killing her channel. But she's like, I'll get them this time, guys, by pretending to not know what bladder stones are. It's like, sorry, kidney stones are. It's like, oh, so like what you already know?
So relieved. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna call my doctor, because I'm reading these results. I see them.
I'm gonna call my doctor and make sure he's up. I'm gonna update my doctor and tell him what tests he needs to run on me next. Okay.
How to comprehend them, but I would like my doctor to talk to me about them. So when I called, the nurse said that my doctor didn't see any...
Your nurse then said, the doctor will phone you, fuck off.
...thing on there to be alarmed about, and everything looked fine, and that I should still go to the urologist.
And that you are remarkable.
But I mentioned to the nurse that it does say that I have a 6mm.
Oh, I'm glad this fucking stupid nurse didn't understand that. Glad you nurse-splained.
Kidney stone, and I was wondering, like, is that what is causing my symptoms? So she's like, oh, okay, hold on, I'll ask him. She went and asked him, and he said that, yeah, that's probably what is causing.
I'm glad that your doctor apparently is so stupid. He didn't, like, answer your questions. Like, what is causing this? You're fine, or something. Oh, and now it has to get Amber to remind him this is the issue. It's like, oh yes, 1 second, malaria, and he ran off to, like, try and find out what was the problem.
But still, see the urologist.
So fucking lame.
Because that kidney stone is kind of big, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what they're gonna want.
Nothing is big compared to you, can't I?
Me to do with that, but the issue is, I called, and since I'm a new patient, my appointment isn't until November. So that's pretty far from now. So I don't know.
Is that pretty far from now? No one cares, kid. I can't believe she's gonna try and stretch this fucking storyline for another, like, 5 months. No one cares, bro.
If, like, I should, like, ask to be referred to somewhere else that could see me sooner, or, like, what I should do. I'm kind of, like, in a conflicting area right now. But ultimately, I just feel kind of stupid for...
I love that she was literally talking about this in the same mannerism, same tone of voice, same everything that she talked about her, like, definitely totes for real cancer that is literally about to kill her, guys.
For feeling so scared that something worse was wrong with me. Like, a kidney stone isn't a good thing, but
no one believes it.
I've had them before, and it's much...
Imagine you're her mom, walking around, cleaning her house probably for her, while she is sitting here recording this pile of shit. Do you think that's what she's doing? Do you think this is what she's doing here? Do you think, because, like, both times she's not updated us recently on how major this an issue is, and how she's in a lot of pain. Both times she's done this, I have pointed out that you can hear someone walking around in the background because closing doors and shit like that. Do you think that's why she's doing this update here with her mom around? Is because she's trying to act like her mom? I am so sick. I'm in so much pain because of this kidney stone. Oh, mom, I'm dying of cancer. To try and make her mom do more stuff for her around the house?
Much better than the alternative. I just feel bad because I have worried a lot of you. A lot of you have reached out to me and been so sweet and so kind and so supportive.
Okay.
And, like, makes me emotional, and I just appreciate so many of you. You guys have no idea, like, the good vibes and thoughts, and I know that
That's so crazy. It's weird. It's almost like you said you weren't going to update us anymore because everyone made fun of you and no one believed you and people were laughing at you. And then you said people even were stalking you to Instagram where you're getting so much hate that you had to stop. It's like I said with the lying thing. It's like, it's not even like funny lying because it is like 1 week she'll say this on camera, and literally the next week she'll say exactly the opposite of that, and then just act like the other bit just never happened, even though she's like too lazy to delete the other video.
I don't believe in God, as I am agnostic, but so many of you have prayed for me.
Yeah, sure.
And in my opinion, that's just another version of sending out positive thoughts. So all the positive thoughts, all the positive vibes, I have felt them so much recently, and I just appreciate you guys so much.
Wow.
And
this is so fucking boring, bro. that's really all I have to say with all of her recent content. Hey, how about you, like, I don't know, do something? How about you go back to pretending you have a girlfriend? How about you go back to pretending you have friends? How about you go back to pretending people like anything that isn't just sitting on this fucking couch pretending to be sick?
Really hope that it is just this massive kidney stone that is causing these issues.
Oh my god, she's actually like, I hope it is just this, guys. It's like just leaving the door open a little bit in case she wants to return to the story later on. It's like, who knows? Maybe it's not the kidney stone. Maybe I do actually have cancer and it's invisible.
And from the looks of it, it is. I'm just really glad that I've chosen to quit smoking. I have chosen to drink nothing but water. Yeah, I had a small icy at the movie theater.
Yep. Like, so you didn't. I'm glad she like remembered her lie like halfway through, and you see like the panic in her face as she tries to like, come up with some justification why it's okay to say I only drink water, but also yes I drink other things too. I only drink water, guys, but you know other stuff too. Weird. Ever since you said that you only been drinking water, you weirdly haven't showed us inside your fridge anymore. You know where there's like an army regiment of fucking drinks lined up for you.
Like recently, like over a week ago, but it's like I'm not gonna be perfect, but like I no longer drink.
The 600-pound woman said she's not gonna be perfect with not eating food. I'm surprised.
Soda, and I am making better changes to my life every single day.
Oh, yeah.
And wow, I just feel super relieved, and it's like I just love.
She really wants like a fucking parade to be held for, doesn't she? Guys, bring out the brass band. Amberlynn hasn't drank a slushy in a week.
Life. I love life so much, and life is beautiful.
Why?
It can be hard, but it's like worth it. And
why? Why is your life worth it? Like, she never really seems to be able to explain this. She literally sits by herself in a house with no one liking her, having to pay her mother to spend any amount of time with her. Her mother, who like is like an absolute bastard, and who like made her who she is, and that is the last person she has to crawl back to because she has no one else. The last person she has to crawl back to is the person she blames for putting her in this position in life, the position of sitting there with no friends, who everyone dislikes, who has eaten herself to 600 pounds. But no, guys, life is incredible.
Like I said, I thought I was going towards doom. I thought it was my end.
You're 600 pounds.
My whole uterine cancer journey, I completely disassociated. It's almost as if it didn't even happen to me.
Wow, guys, imagine. I ever since you learned this word, Jesus fucking Christ. Guys, the entire 2 years I was disassociated. Wow, it's crazy. It's almost like you're using that as an excuse probably for why you abuse Beck.
Person. So I feel like that's why like so many people when they're like, Amberlynn, wasn't that your rock bottom? Like what happened truly?
I don't know. I think this is your rock bottom. Isn't it? Is dangling ankle maybe the rock bottom? Like I really don't know. I don't know if like the uterine cancer was her rock bottom because like her life is just so much more pathetic than it was there. At least there she had like a girlfriend and friends and stuff like that, you know? At least then she was like kind of like a rising star on YouTube as opposed to like being like lonely by herself, you know, no one likes her, losing subs, losing subscribers, losing views. This is kind of like the rock bottom, right?
Honestly, it's because I disassociated the whole time. I felt unreal.
Wow, sure, bro.
I felt like I was in dreamland.
Even though you didn't think that there was an issue with your uterus, like whatsoever, it's so weird. Suddenly you were disassociated that entire time, even though you thought it was just a bladder infection.
More so a nightmare, but it just didn't feel like it was happening to me. And during this whole thing of me being really scared that my cancer did come back, I had moments where I did disassociate, but
no one
for
buys
the most
it,
part,
bro.
I have felt every fear. I have felt so scared, and
Guys, I disassociated, but also only sometimes disassociated because I really like that buzzword, but I also felt all the fear, so you also have to see me as a victim. So I can't just claim that I disassociated for that.
I've gone through so much
fucking
regret
lame.
And just like thinking back to like everything I should
fuck.
have done. After
Jesus fuck, bro. Do you ever leave this oh, thank God. Immediately cuts to Candy. Fantastic. Can we leave this fucking couch already?
being
Holy
diagnosed with
shit.
cancer. And I was like, fuck, I might have really fucked up. It's like
You're 600 pounds, you did.
feeling all those things and having this scare, like it just really puts things into perspective for me.
Crazy.
And I just want to continue making positive choices in my life. I'm not the beacon of health.
Wow.
I have health problems.
You're 600 pounds. I'm not the beacon of health, you're 600 pounds. I basically can't see an entire fucking sofa behind you.
I'm 33 years old, and every day
That's 600 pounds.
I don't want to continue looking back saying, I should have done that. I should have changed then. So there's really only one thing I can do moving forward.
We have heard this all before, including back during the Vlogmas before last. Sorry, I just didn't even do Vlogmas last year. It's black in December 2022 when she said that she needs to get weight loss surgery or she will literally be dead this time next year. And we are a couple months past that, and it is still just her sitting here going, guys, no, for real this time. I'm told it's going to fix it. I'm told it's going to change.
Forward, and that is just be better. So I'm going to bingo with my mom, and instead of getting
so interesting.
Diet Coke as much as I want to.
Oh my god, she's such a strong warrior. She's definitely changed, guys.
Water. There's tons of water options, and I'm like, which one do I want?
It's water. Literally, no one cares. See, reason why I know that you're drinking like fast, like sodas and like slushies and smoothies and shit like that outside of the water is because no one has to be so theatrical getting water. No one has to film himself walking to a fridge to prove that they bought some fucking water. Especially when, guys, there's such a variety in it's water.
All right, I think I'm gonna get this guy right here.
Wow.
Pure water.
Wow.
There's a store next to the bingo place, and my mom's looking at it through the window because it's closed. Someone made their cat out of rock.
Jesus Christ. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. This is like, my mom's looking through the window because it is currently closed. It's like, okay. Thanks.
And it says, my cat rocks. Get it?
Wow. I can't believe we were seriously just at the point, once again, of just filming herself hitting the fucking numbers.
So I'm currently outside with Twinkie, but I just want to let you know that I won.
Sure, bro.
At bingo.
Oh, she won at bingo
3 times.
Yeah,
I literally
sure,
have
bro.
no idea how it happened, but it did. Sometimes.
Weird you weren't filming that, because you seem to film a lot of it. Weird you weren't, filming that when that happened. It's so strange, it's so suspicious. Also, I totally believe that you're right there with Twinkie.
I get lucky and I'll win multiple times a night, but then...
I love her idea when she goes out for walks, because, obviously, she's literally standing outside her house. Because that's it. That's what she does. She doesn't actually walk her dog. She is standing outside her house, so she always has to film from this angle so you can only see sky above her. Because it is like that fucking "He Will Not Divide Us," the 4chan people like finding the flag in the middle of the desert. She is terrified that people will notice that she is literally just standing outside her house.
Win for months. It doesn't make sense. So I want to give just a little bit of an update on semaglutide and how I'm doing on it. So tomorrow is actually going to be my 3rd shot.
Oh my god, crazy.
But I also, like I've said, I've been sober, so I no longer have those like munchies.
It's so weird. I was expecting 3 weeks into, maybe I've seen like a tiny bit of a difference, like a tiny bit of a difference. Because like her, this is the woman who when she does a diet, because she's doing a diet and also on Ozempic, and she's quit all of her vices and everything like that. She doesn't drink sodas anymore. She's only drinking water. All these things that should really be helping with her weight loss. And we are 3 weeks in, and she looks exactly the fucking same. Like, when she's previously done these, just strict diets, she would tend to lose, 20 pounds in a fucking week. And then we're here on Ozempic, and I think she's claiming, 12 pounds, which I think people would argue is probably, just her actually being, more realistic. But it's so weird, and it makes her other diets look so clearly fake.
It's bothering me every single day and night. What I've noticed, since being sober and also taking semaglutide...
You can say it as many times as you want.
Like this. You guys saw me when I hauled this. They are...
No, I saw you when you hauled one of those. Does she think there's only one bag of crisps that exists in the entire fucking... Guys, you literally saw me haul these, and look, there's some left in there. It's like, yeah, that might be your 40th bag. This doesn't prove anything. And the fact that you're so desperate to prove to me that you are not binging makes me think that you're binging.
Onion corn puffs, and I love them. They're so good. But I'm able to enjoy a few.
The 600-pound woman enjoys food. Imagine.
And then move on with my day. Food is not consuming my mind anymore.
Sure,
I no longer have food noise.
You literally were talking about how desperate you were for Diet Coke 2 seconds ago. You were talking in the last one how you wanted praise because there's so much willpower, guys. Because I wanted to eat everything today, but no, it's just fine. It's just fine. Just fine again. We're just fine again. It's just gone. Binge eating disorder, just gone. Food addiction, that's just gone. It's just gone, guys.
No, things aren't perfect. I would say
it's one of those things because, like I said, she pretends like Ozempic, semaglutide, whatever the fuck it is. It helps you lose weight, suppresses your appetite, everything like that. But she doesn't eat because she has an appetite. That's not the reason. She is addicted to food. She would eat even if she is full. She will just stuff it in until she fucking bursts. She's a binge eater who's a food addict. Taking something that suppresses your appetite doesn't fix that because it's a mentality.
Wednesday, I was the hungriest. I don't really know
hungriest?
what that was about.
That's so
it
funny.
Wasn't physical hunger. It was a lot of head hunger. So
I love that it was literally a jump cut to her using her catchphrase. That's how cringe it is. Because she probably had said, I wasn't hungry. Shit, fuck, 1 sec. Oh, redo that shot. Guys, I wasn't hungry. Because she thinks I'm so interesting because I say things like a fucking idiot.
Food noise does disappear. Sometimes it sneaks its little head in there.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Thankfully, like, I get fuller faster now.
Wow.
It's just, I feel great.
Yeah, you look at her dead ass eyes when she says it's like actual fish eyes. I feel great, guys. Blankly stares ahead into the darkness that will consume her. Bro, Ozempic won't help food addiction. It won't just stop you from being addicted to food. The food hunger's gone. You're addicted to food.
Honestly, I feel great. Like,
Yeah,
this
I
is
believe
the
you.
same bag that I hauled.
Sure, bro.
And if it wasn't for the semaglutide, if it wasn't for me being sober, this bag would have been gone like night 2.
Is that I'm not actually sure if I believe anymore that it's someone else in the house. Because I thought it was like a door closing. I actually just think Twinkie's nails are probably really long because that sounds like dog nails and it sounds like really long nails.
It's just like little changes like that. I'm just like, okay, I'm feeling good.
See, guys, I drink water, guys. I'm healthy. Every single fucking time one of these girls fucking does a diet, they always just do shots of them drinking water. As we're like, oh, fuck, I'm convinced. Never mind. They're diet queens. They drank some water there.
Cold water.
Her and fucking Foodie
I
both
slept
do
on it
this.
for a long time. All right, you guys. So it is that time where
I slept on cold water. I still remember the fucking like weird arc you went through where you're trying to get a mini fridge for your water bottles because you loved water and were addicted to water so much, guys, that you needed to have a mini fridge next to your work desk because you needed to have constant cold water on hand. Imagine, like, see, this is the thing I said about the lies. Imagine having so little to lie about that, like make a crazy wild lie. Guys, I like water. Yeah, water. That's the furthest she could push the fucking boat out is that she likes water. And for her, it's such a good lie. She has to revisit it every 3 months.
it's the end of my vlog, so we're gonna do some questions of the day.
Oh my
If you're not
God.
hungry, then why?
Imagine, like, we're seriously at a point where it takes her 2 days to film, like, 8 minutes of content, and then she has to end the video by sitting there just reading other people's comments.
Are you eating, girl? I can't. So I think they're talking about this clip. All right, you guys. I currently have some chicken in the air.
I'm not going to rewatch this again. You're eating because you're fat and you just eat. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. I know people are probably arguing the point, well, why are you eating if you're not hungry? She will make the point, well, I was told by a doctor I need, I'm bored, I don't care.
I know that I am over 400 pounds, but there are nutrients that I do need. And
That was like the hungry thing. She even like struck a pose for saying it. Guys, I'm over 400 pounds. You're 600 pounds. Calm yourself down. Like, even if we are to believe your made up weigh in, where it's like you're like 495 pounds, bitch, we round up in this house. Cringe.
in my body. Would the Ozempic be worsening whatever was happening with your health before you started taking it?
Might
No,
be.
there has been no correlation whatsoever. Are we not?
No, there's been no correlation whatsoever. Okay. It's weird that when someone asks her about like fucking like, oh, why'd you have like some celery the other day, she can like replay footage and like argue the point. But when it's like that, which is like, yeah, like maybe it did. Like she probably answered that honestly there because she realizes that she wasn't sick and nothing was actually happening. That's why there was no correlation, because she isn't actually sick and she literally never went to the doctors. I'm going to assume that is the argument, guys, because yeah, like how would you know it wouldn't make it worse? You literally were pissing blood when your doctor said that your bloods were okay and you were totally fine to start a new medication. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that if they thought you had like super cancer or something like that.
I'm going to talk about the fact that the camera for weigh-ins is always in the same spot every time. Yes, that's because I put my camera in the same spot every single time.
Jesus Christ, we're serious. Like, there are so many funny or good comments. We're actually at the point, because like for the first like time or two she did this, she actually read some cutting ones. Now she is like specifically going through and just reading literally nothing literally nothing comments. Like the camera's always in the same place. Yes, it is, because I put it in the same place. Wow. Thanks, I'm glad you addressed that point.
Who is Valentine? Valentine is my girlfriend.
Is
it
a fake
true
person?
that you just had precancerous cells and not actually cancer?
Yes.
I was diagnosed with actual cancer. The technical term for it is endometrial adenocarcinoma. I was at stage 1.
Do you know, I really realized you like Googled that and you think it makes it like obvious that you actually had it because you can say it. I could Google something right now and just pretend that I have it. It doesn't really mean anything because you know the name. It's kind of fucking crazy. I don't know personally about this. I've heard people arguing back and forth on if she actually had cancer, if she had precancerous cells. I don't really know, so I'm not going to weigh in because I don't really care.
grade 2. So it's cancer in the womb, which is uterine cancer.
In a womb?
That is what I had and what I was diagnosed with. I had a stage, a grade. So what was happening was my cancer was traveling so far into the uterine wall that it was going into my muscles. It was not precancerous, it was actual cancer. So that's very much the reason why I've been having a lot of anxiety around.
I've been having a lot of anxiety. I love she's like turned that around to being like, by the way, I'm still a victim, guys. Have you noticed I'm still a victim? Like I said, I don't know. I don't particularly care like whatsoever. It seems like a moot point. If she's had a total hysterectomy, it just seems like a kind of a moot point at this point. I don't care, but I don't care. Like I know people will probably care because they're worried, thinking like, oh, but if she did actually have cancer, she didn't do follow-ups, maybe it's spread. Look at her, like just look at her. Do you think that cancer is like the biggest, like scariest issue she needs to be considering right now? Bro, she's not going to see another 5 years. Who cares? Like, that's really all I have to say. Is she going to die of diabetes? Is she going to die of her heart attack? Is she going to die from falling over and not being able to lift her up? Is she going to die of cancer? Bro, she is so out of shape, it doesn't fucking matter.
On the fact that my cancer could have spread, and thankfully it did not. This is unfortunately something
We're
that I
doing
don't have to deal with
checkups
for the rest of my life. Anyone can get cancer, but someone who has had cancer before, it's easier for it to happen again. Anyways, I am going to end this video.
Which would be weird, because like most people then would like lose weight and would make themselves healthier and would stay away from like, what is it, carcinogenics or whatever it is, like things that cause cancer, like smoking and shit like that. Wouldn't most people like do that? It would not make sense, to Amberlynn, big old Dr. Amberlynn phoning up her doctor earlier on to like tell him about her results. Really poor. Once again, just another really poor. Like the vet. I'm kind of just sticking to a thing where I'm making the videos as long as they are now. Like, because if it comes out and it's only like a 20-something minute video, because I didn't really have a lot to say, it'll be a 20-something minute video. There's no point. I don't want to sit there and like just harp on and repeat myself as much as I used to do, So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed it either way. Hopefully now that the CT scan thing is over, hopefully the Ozempic thing will end soon enough, and then we can kind of just move on to there actually being literally anything like happening, like literally ever. That'd be like really interesting, but who knows? That's it. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.